Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Command & Conquer 0 Hour. It feels like it's been a while.
It does a little bit, yeah. I don't know if it really has been one of those long casting hiatuses for us where we've just casted heaps and heaps over a couple of days and then gotten back into it again, or...
I think the problem in quotation marks, is that we casted both Open RA and Red Alert 3. And so those are Command & Conquer, yeah. So we always say that we don't cast other RTS games in place of 0 Hour, but I think the exception is Command & Conquer. So say if we cast Red Alert 3, that may come at the expense of 0 Hour. And really, if you like 0 Hour, you should also like Red Alert 3. It's kind of the same people that is appealing to.
Yeah, I think for the most part, Command & Conquer fans are Command & Conquer fans, and they just think all the Command & Conquer games are amazing, which, you know, they are.
Apart from CNC4.
Apart from CNC4, yes.
And you know, there's going to be a couple angry comments going, Red Alert 3 sucks because it looks cartoony. Cool, have you played Red Alert 3? Nah, but it sucks because it looks cartoony. Like, okay.
I think Red Alert 3 is cool. Kind of wish I'd gotten into it. At this point, it's kind of too late. It's like all those games that I play with you. Just spank me at all of them because they're your childhood games or the stuff you actually played a lot of.
Yeah, I haven't tried playing it online lately. I did remember, I played a few games with Talisman, and he wasn't really, he didn't play it in ages either, so it was kind of fair. I'm sure if you tried to play it now, like everyone online would just wreck you because they have been playing it for like 10 years now.
Pretty sure that is how it would work out. So our man Tormentum has started off with a dragon tank. Double tank hunters out for Miracle to try and deal with them, as well as going for oil caps at the same time.
This is a China vanilla mirror. So quick helix there, not much of a surprise. Wow, this is really bad for Miracle. Dragon tank on his war factory, which he needs to be producing gats out of. Outposts are decent, but one war factory production is going to be no war factory production at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
He went for the oil caps.
Yeah. There we go. Outpost is going to be down as well. This war factory is going to be sniped as well as the dozer. This is a pretty brutal start to the game. This is almost game ending to start off with. I think these bunkers might save a little bit. At least the oil caps have gone off, but it's kind of the worst build order to deal with. You've gone for an oil cap build order. Your opponent goes double dragon tank into bunker licks. That's nasty.
He's not going to destroy the oil derrick. I think he wants to go for the kill. There is one war factory over here, so he can start producing gats now. But there's a dragon tank still alive. It's Vet 2. Miracle is getting wrecked.
Absolutely destroyed. I mean, that's the RPGs going down. Should be the barracks next. Tormentum just, I don't know, there's going to be nothing here. Wow, just Tormentum will not stop. Another dragon tank gets produced, takes out the oil derrick. Even the helix is going to get pulled back so it doesn't go down to the gat. So this probably won't be the kill. There's double oil derrick down and he's transitioning out of it.
Okay, so it's one supply. That's why this helix was so soon, and also with the dragon tanks. So it isn't as bad as you would think for Miracle, given that Tormentum wasn't mining off 2 supplies that entire time.
And the Helix actually had an opportunity to go in there. I'm surprised that it didn't. It's a really low Gatling. So there's the firewall starting.
Okay, the other Gatling's here. Needs to back this Helix away. Go for the oils, cut your losses, heal it up, and come back, because he's gotten 2 supplies now, so he should be okay.
Yeah, it should be fine here. And both of the, as you said, both of the oil derricks have gone down. Even just chucking these tank hunters inside of that forward bunker would be a smart move. At this point, you're just so far ahead in the game. And by pulling units back, you're essentially just resetting it. It's just a reset of the game.
You need to be careful now, though, because the Helix is wounded, so it'll die very quickly, and it's going to be slower as well.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't already taken out this oil derrick. I thought that's what he's flying the Helix back to do, but it hasn't happened yet. It's a lot of just free economy.
Okay.
Evac's going to be nice, but I'm pretty sure the Helix dies here.
Yeah, he may lose that. Bad timing, unfortunately. Does get the gat at least, but yeah, that's the expensive unit. It's sort of unlucky, but really it was sort of a misplay that he evac'd it on this side of the oil rather than here on the left side. If he did that, he would have been completely fine. So that was a pretty bad spot to evac your Helix, and you gotta remember, you have a lot of sight range as well, so he would have seen that coming.
So it trades out really well. The oil derrick goes down, this outpost goes down. At the moment, Miracle is on one very low supply, and a war factory trying to start up production again. But he's in a bad spot.
Doesn't look like there's any tanks here. He has a war factory, but nothing's on the map.
I'm actually a little bit surprised we haven't seen a MiG follow-up, because that would just be brutal. Like, just sniping down supply trucks as they come in. The gats, are an issue, but not so much that I think it's a problem.
Well, he's going to have to defend his supplies now.
Yeah, I mean, one Helix can deal with double Gats, but if they're spun up, it could be a problem. They are going to be spun up, focusing down the trucks. An instant pull from Tormentum, which is nice. Okay, so the Helix will win this, provided the Gats aren't spun up. So the Helix should just go in and trade.
He goes for a third supply as well, so that partially explains why there's not much income. Or not much tanks, rather. Has a bunch of bunkers too, so he's trying to play this one in a pretty passive style, but losing that one Helix was such a big deal because you get that critical mass of Helixes, but you get 2 or 3 of them and you just kill a bunch of Gats, where with only one Helix, those Gats are a problem.
It's kind of a weird play. I'm not sure what the Helix is doing. Look at this Helix. It's actually pushing across the map.
Oh,
it should
no.
be defending. This is not the right play.
Okay, he gets Gats, but the outpost is still there. Dragon Tank as well, not quite going to be getting the power plant. The supply went down, and the trucks are denied here, so Tormentum losing a lot of his income and a lot of these expensive units.
There seems to be such a disconnect in Tormentum's playstyle. Like, he goes for a 3 supply eco build and then tries to close out the game with his Dragon Tanks and Helix. Like, that's just weird. Just pick something and stick with it.
Yeah, that's right. If he was going to go for the 3 supply build, which was fine, he should have just had a bunker on the right side or just a bunch of outposts there, maybe even a battle master if he's worried about those Gats.
The fact that he pulled the Helix across the map and then lost it is essentially throwing this game. I mean, the Gats have probably taken out about 6 trucks so far.
Yeah, that's nasty. And vetted Gats against Dragon Tanks, the Gats are pretty strong. The outposts are going to be much more effective, but Miracle going for his command center, so he may have access to those general powers.
Could be close. A lot of stuff's gone down this game, but yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a reason to go for the CC unless you're on 3G.
Wow, he evac'd a tank hunter? What?
What?
Did he like try to hit S to stop and hit the wrong button? That's weird. He would have won that fight if he didn't evac that.
I don't think you'd want to stop there anyway. Like,
yeah,
if you
wouldn't.
stopped, you'd take splash damage from the Gat if it was up close and personal.
Okay, this is a really good flank though with the Dragon Tank.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
get
gonna
the
get
supply
the
down.
Supply, and probably gets 2 free tank hunters as well. Oh, nice retarget with the firewall as well. Good, solid play.
Oh, Gat too.
Wow, that was really good Dragon Tank micro. I'm very impressed.
He stopped it just at the right time to still get the tank hunters.
Yeah.
It wasn't too early or too late. But this is a huge problem though. The Gat's still getting damage, and actually it was a bit of a misplay that he built the trucks on this supply as opposed to this supply, because this one is much more defensible because he has the left side, he has the middle, so he was going to hold the trucks there a lot easier. So this is just really bad now. He's still mining from the middle? Yeah. Well,
yeah,
maybe he's AFK with this like truck. Well, the truck is AFK. I think he's just chilling there. So no, he's not.
Technically not really having any income at the moment. And his dozer could go down. This is brutal.
Yeah, now he gets a Battle Master tank, but it's a little late.
Yeah. Okay,
so people always say that Battle Masters suck, and they do, mainly because they're slow, but for defense, if you're worried about Gatling tanks, then, you know, and Dragon tanks especially, then they're fine. The problem is that if an outpost comes along, but if you have Helixes in the air, which he did, then the outposts aren't a problem. It's only the Gats that are the threat.
Who would win? A Vet 3 Gat?
I hope not. I hope the Battle Master wins. Yeah. Pretty one-sided there.
Yeah, I think just the issue is just Gats just do no damage to Battle Master, so even if it's Veteran C3 fully heroic, it doesn't matter.
So he can abuse this though. Well, maybe if he backs into a corner by just getting that regen from the veterancy bonus, but yeah, no. If he was out in the open, the Battle Master's not targeting him though. Dude, what are you doing, Battle Master?
PogChamp?
Oh no. Maybe he'll win this fight now, but
I hope he wins.
Probably
I really
not
hope he wins.
still.
Oh, no, he's moving. Oh, he's still moving. Damn it. Maybe he thought he couldn't win it.
I hear an Artie strike.
If he snipes another truck, I'll just stop the game.
Well, actually, it's a nice sell because that's going to avoid the Artie strike, and maybe the Gat gets hit by his own Artie strike.
Dude, if it's next level, it's going to hit this Battle Master, actually.
What? Yeah, he actually goes back into it. I've covered him too, so that was a good sell.
That's like hardcore overkill. I guess it's like he's just trying to close the game out. Because he's been knocking on the front door this whole time. Like everything that Tormentum has actually gone down. As much as we were watching the micro battle of the century, Miracle's just been cleaning up Tormentum's base.
Yeah.
Just completely punishing him for losing what's probably 8 supply trucks, selling off 2 supplies, losing a supply. Yeah,
two
just an
gats,
insane amount of
helixes
cash.
rather.
It's GG.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. I mean, he had a really good early game. Not as good as you'd think, again, because he was one supply, but even then, he Tormentum was north, right? So yeah, he was behind in supplies overall.
Yeah, of course he was. All those trucks that came out didn't actually mine anything.
Yeah, they just died
Yeah, they just
instantly.
died straight up.
But
There were so many better ways you could have played it. Like the second supply, I think was fine. The third supply was overkill because you could have just closed the game on 2 supplies. Like there's nothing stopping him from closing the game on 2 supplies. There's no oil income, so Miracle was on like 1 supply. He could have gone Migs. He could have gone another, like 2 more Helix. He could have gone, like 2 more Helix would have closed the game as well. 3 Helix would have just destroyed all the Gats.
You sort of summarized it earlier where you said there was a bit of a dissonance between going 3 supply and also attacking with the helixes. If you just either went full balls deep with 2 supply helix spam, then that would have worked. If you went 3 supply but then tried to get some bunkers, maybe got some battle masters there for defense, if not just outposts, then he would have been okay. He would have just had the better eco. But Miracle was able to just keep putting the pressure on, snipe those trucks, and picking up two bunker helixes. Like that's not hard to close a game out after killing 2 bunker helixes. Those are expensive, even as the vanilla China.
Absolutely. GG.
GG, thanks for watching. That'll wrap us up for now. I was like, is this going to be a 3-minute game? Oh my god, how did I not see this replay length? But evidently it was not.